Owned and operated by veterans, Black Mountain Painting provides interior, exterior, residential, and commercial painting services. With over 12 years of experience and a team of trusted paint experts, they bring the highest standard of work to the Black Hills area. They provide interior and exterior painting and custom staining needs. So if you have painting or staining needs inside or out, give Black Mountain Painting a call for your free quote today. 605-661-8612.
It's pride like never before and a true showcase of talent from high school to the collegiate level. It's the Lakota All-Star Basketball Games, April 29th on Live Ticket TV. Pay-per-view access will be available with all funds going back to help put on years of Lakota All-Star Games. With over 100 athletes participating from college to high school, you won't want to miss a fun day of Lakota All-Star Basketball Games on Live Ticket TV. It's pride like
the innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Used cars, used trucks, used sport utilities. Find them all at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet. Shop over 300 used cars, trucks, and SUVs. GMCs, Rams, Fords, imports, and more. Many late model local trades. Plus, used and certified pre-owned Chevys. With qualified credit, buy with no money down and make no payments for 90 days. 16 local and national lenders available and all applications accepted. Shop the Black Hills best selection in person at Denny Menholt Rapid Chevrolet or DennyMenholtRapidChevrolet.com. Used cars.
You're doing a lot. Maybe you're starting a family, building a home, growing a business. Security First Bank knows your life is constantly changing. And while our commitment remains constant, we're changing too. With tools, technology, and new products from people you trust. For all the ways you're changing and all the things you're doing, we're the bank. Security First Bank. Member FDIC.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. Hi, this is Nate Brown reminding you to join the Nate Brown Show live weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. It's Rapid City's sports talk show and Rapid City's only call-in radio show. With big-name guests from across the country to the local sports coverage you just can't get anywhere else. Join the conversation every weekday for thought-provoking sports talk. This is your show. Don't miss the Nate Brown Show from 4 to 6 p.m. on 106.7 FM and 1150 a.m. And stream us all the time at Fox Sports Rapid.
Saturday afternoon high school basketball action right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. Today, we cap off our week of coverage with Rapid City Stevens hosting the Harrisburg Tigers in a girls and boys doubleheader. Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Jerome Wickersham along with Dean Gurr. We want to welcome you to the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show presented by J&J Truck and Auto Body. For the highest quality work and hassle-free customer service, let J&J get your vehicle back on the road. They make it easy by working with your insurance company and getting the repairs done. Just Google J&J Truck and Auto Bodies in Rapid City. So it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon in the Black Hills. As we are indoors, though, it's high school basketball action. The season winding down, just 3 more weekends. Actually, after this weekend, just 2 more weekends of high school basketball action. We will feature the girls' game first this afternoon, and it could be quite a matchup between these two teams. Rapid City Stevens comes in with a record of 12 wins and 4 losses. Currently, they are number 6 in the Class AA standings. The 5th-ranked Harrisburg Tigers have won 3 straight to run their record to 13-3. At the moment, the Tigers are currently number 4 in the AA girls basketball standings. So, Dean, first of all, you look at the Raiders. They avoided an upset yesterday, beating the 1-12 Yankton Gazelles 50-49. Talia Porter led the Raiders with a double-double, 20 points and 12 rebounds. Brittany Jones added 9, and Isabel Higgins and Macy Wathen each had 6. But, a win's a win, Dean. But if you look on paper, I don't think we ever thought that game was going to be that close.
Oh, man, it was kind of crazy. With 48.5 seconds left in the game, Yankton hits a free throw. Then they went on a 6-0 run. It was incredible. Then Talia Porter drives, gets a layup. Yankton gets the ball back. They can really kind of run the clock out or make it tough on the Raiders. Instead, they take this quick three. It's no good. Porter gets the rebound. She drives the length of the court, gets a layup. The Raiders take a timeout, so 16 seconds left. They inbound the ball, and Brittany Jones steals it, dishes it to Higgins, who was under the basket. She gets a layup. 10 seconds left, and then Yankton got it, drove the length of the court, but Brittany Jones was all over her. The gal shot kind of an ill-advised type shot. And that's your ball game. So it was incredible. Down 5 with 48.5 seconds left, and you end up with the win. That's the way to close out a game. Now, that's all the good part. The exciting and everything like that was all good. Here's the downside. Yankton is a 1-12 team. Mm-hmm. So, it was not a good night for the Raider girls. They turned the ball over far too much. Maybe didn't quite hit the shots they were looking for. They scored fairly well, so that wasn't it. The turnovers were huge. It was right away. They were down like 6-0 right away. First 3 possessions, turning the ball over. So that's a huge part. Here's the other part of it. When you look up and down the Raider girls' record, they have beat one team with a winning record, and that team was 9-8. And they have, other than that, they have not beat a team with a winning record. So, sitting 6 is all well and good, but the bottom line is they got to be able to beat teams that have winning records, that are tough, competitive, state tournament type of teams, upper top tier teams.
Yeah, of the SODAC 16, the top half. Those are the type of teams that they need to beat. This is one of them right here. Obviously, we saw the Yankton team yesterday. The Raiders got to come out. They can't lollygag at all. This Harrisburg team can hit shots. They went cold yesterday, but they can hit shots, so the Raiders need to be ready to go to play, that tough D and hit shots.
Speaking of the Tigers, they trailed by 1 yesterday at halftime to Rapid City Central, but they outscored the Cobblers 24-11 in the second half, thanks in part to Abby Flanagan. She scored 18 of her 20 points in the second half. The Harrisburg Tigers as a team knocked down 8 3-pointers yesterday. If they get hot from outside, you really have to watch out.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a possibility that we may see balls flying from the perimeter. We know the Raiders like to shoot from downtown, and we know that the Harrisburg Tigers can. So, like you said, the Tigers, Harrisburg Tiger team, they work hard. They had their own comeback, not just talking about yesterday, but their previous game against T Area. They were down with under a minute to go and managed to come back and win that game as well. So 2 teams that have some recent memory games which they've had to fight back from being down and win on that one. So, yeah, we got 2 teams that are really ready to fight today.
For the Tigers yesterday as well, they only had 4 players that scored yesterday. So, you want to think that you had good contribution, but only 4 players, though, get in the scoring column.
Yeah, it was definitely a very low-scoring game for them, and they can drive, they can shoot, they can do quite a bit. So that was a little unfortunate. I think their shots just didn't fall early on, definitely, and then Flanagan said enough of that, and she started burying them on her own.
She did. She took control. She scored 18 of her 20 points in the second half as the Tigers defeated Central yesterday 38-26 in a low-scoring game. Let's move on to today's keys to the game then as these teams warm up for today's matchup. Our keys to the game are being brought to us by Dakota Discount RV. Find the key to building lasting family memories with a new or pre-owned RV from Dakota Discount RV. Take a look at their great selection of RVs
at 2 locations, Dakota Discount RV across from Cabela's and also on JB Road in Blackhawk. Last year when these two teams met, Rapid City Stevens won 48-38. Again, different season. Now these two teams meet again. Dean, what's it going to come down to for a team to get that win this afternoon?
Well, to be honest, the keys to the game are the same for both teams. So I'll talk about both Harrisburg and Rapid City Stevens. It's going to be turnovers. We talked about yesterday how Stevens turned the ball over far too much and created that tight, low-scoring affair. The same goes when I talked to Coach Meyer on Friday. He said, we got to be able to take care of the ball because the Raiders can come back and do lots with that. They got to be able to set solid screens. They got to create open shots because both these teams defend really well. So solid screens, crashing the boards, defending the 3, and watching the turnovers.
And that's our keys to the game, being brought to us by Dakota Discount RV, again with 2 locations. That's Dakota Discount RV across from Cabela's and also on JB Road in Blackhawk. Before we head to break, again, you're listening to the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. But before we head to break, we'll check the Kearney files. So in girls basketball, since 2014, Rapid City Stevens is 3-2 against Harrisburg. They last lost to the Tigers back on March 14th of 2019. They lost 55-45. So,
yeah,
a little tidbit there.
Yeah, absolutely. We thank Matt Kearney for that. It's going to be tight. We expect a very tight ball game. A good challenge for both squads, as like you said, as we're getting ready to wrap up the season. Just a couple of weeks left for Sodak 16, and you want to be able to play your best basketball. And I think both teams from yesterday can say, you know what, that wasn't our best game. Mm-hmm. They want to come back better today. We'll see how both of these teams play this afternoon. Again, it's a Saturday afternoon matchup between the 12-4 Rapid City Stevens Raiders and the 13-3 Harrisburg Tigers. We're going to take a break. We'll return in 1 minute. We're going to look at our players to watch. We'll do that when we return in 1 minute right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
RapidCity.com. Hi,
My kid wrecked his car, his 3rd car. The kid needs a car. We need the kid to have a car. What did I do? I begged my insurance agent for mercy. That's another story. Then I went to Copern Motors in Rapid City and found a safe, reliable car.
Copern Motors is a small, trusted dealership specializing in safe, quality pre-owned vehicles. No pressure, no hassle. Each vehicle is inspected, serviced, and detailed with a warranty like no other. Copern Motors, corner of Campbell and Omaha.
Looking for a great used truck or SUV? Danny Menholt Toyota has them. Shop a great selection of half-ton trucks and SUVs, imports and domestics, brands like Ford, GMC, Subaru, Nissan, Jeep, and more. Plus, the area's best selection of used Toyotas, Toyota certified pre-owned. Buy with no money down, get financing on the spot with qualified credit. If we don't have exactly what you're looking for, we'll find it for you in our network of dealerships. See us at Danny Menholt Toyota or DannyMenholtToyota.com. Looking for
This is the J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show presented by J&J Truck and Auto Body in Rapid City. With Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham. We're getting set for tip-off this afternoon between the 12-4 Rapid City Stevens Raiders and the 13-3 Harrisburg Tigers in girls basketball action. Both teams still warming up. We are just minutes away from the tip-off this afternoon. Let's take a look at the matchup between these two teams. Today's Players to Watch is powered by High Plains Physical Therapy and Aquatic Therapy Center. Remember, you have a choice on who to see for physical therapy in Rapid City. With a state-of-the-art facility and one-on-one personalized treatment, get started at highplainspt.com. Dean, as we look at both of these teams warming up, who do we need to focus in on this afternoon?
Well, yesterday was Sadie Merman, and she did a great job all in her own right, but didn't score, a lot. And that's probably going to one of the big things that's going to come down for Harrisburg today. So today it's Abigail Flanagan. Mm-hmm. She went on fire. She basically was the one-man wrecking crew when it came down to the crunch time in that second half. She really stepped up for them. For the Raider girls, I'll tell you what, when crunch time came, Brittany Jones stepped up and did what she did. Talia Porter does her part. Isabel Higgins does her part. But if Brittany Jones can step up like she did yesterday, it'll be a much more competitive game and give the Raiders a better chance of winning. And that's our Players to Watch, being powered by High Plains Physical Therapy and Aquatic Therapy Center in Rapid City. Get started at highplainspt.com. Just looking at the Raiders' stats real quickly, Talia Porter is leading the Raiders this season with 16.8 points per game. That's followed up by Macy Wathen with 8.3 and Haley Oswald with 7.3 points per game. It's Coach Dannenbring has done a good job of adjusting Talia Porter because obviously she's a very versatile player. She's doing her stuff out on the perimeter, all the things she does, but he's using her more as a kind of a post play, which she can do that as well. She matches up down low, very low. So watching in the last few games, I think he's done a good job at making those adjustments to making her more effective for the team of the Raiders. Absolutely. The Raiders just finishing warming up. Harrisburg Tigers will be heading to their bench as well. The other game taking place this afternoon over there at Howard Nas Gym is Rapid City Central and Yankton. We have no score yet in the girls' game over there at Howard Nas, but that game was supposed to tip off at about 12:30, then 2 o'clock for the boys' game between Rapid City Central and Yankton. So we'll keep you up to date on those games as well as other games throughout the course of the afternoon. Well, our J&J Truck and Auto Body pregame show is going to be coming to a close. We are going to step aside for the national anthem, but when we return, we will have the starting lineups for you, and we'll get you set for the tip-off. We'll do that when we return in 2 minutes, right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com, as well as GoRaidersLive.com.
Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Both schools are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association, who have adopted the rules under which the game is conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this game's success. We encourage you to cheer for your favorite team during today's game. At the same time, please demonstrate the respect you would like to be shown as visitors on their campus. Unruly, threatening, or obscene behavior will not be condoned at today's game. Thank you for your cooperation and support.
South Dakota High School Activities Association is devoted to promoting positive sportsmanship throughout the school year. We encourage student athletes, coaches, and spectators to all be positive leaders, role models, and set good examples for all in attendance. There's no place for poor sportsmanship at any level in athletics or activities. For what we permit, we certainly promote. Let's all promote good sportsmanship at all of our activities throughout the school year.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. We remind all in attendance that proper respect is to face the flag. Remove your hat or cap and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag. Please join in singing along with our national anthem, being performed today by Stevens student Enrich Patu.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the Raider cheerleaders. Olivia Roberts, Taylor Larson, Katie Bowerman, Sydney Hope, Kiana Green, Lexi Sosby, and Matea Dubray. Raider cheer coaches, Jamie Exner, Sydney Gorder.
Basketball on Fox Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center.
And welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales, Service, and Detail broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. With Team Girl, I'm Jerome Wickersham. It is Saturday afternoon high school basketball action between the Rapid City Stevens Raiders and the Harrisburg Tigers in this girls' AA matchup. Let's take a look at today's starting lineups. They're being built by Connect Home Center. Whether it's residential or commercial, Connect Home Center has been your hometown lumber yard since 1928. For the visiting Tigers, their starting lineup looks like this. Number 4, Jaylee Hofer, a 5'5 junior guard. Number 10, Hannah Eide, a 5'10 senior forward. Number 11 is Abby Flanagan, a 5'11 junior guard who had 20 points yesterday in that win over Rapid City Central. Number 14, Sadie Merriman. She is a 5'10 freshman guard. And number 24, Kaylee Hybertson, a 5'10 senior forward. Head coach for the Harrisburg Tigers is Nick Mayer. Now for the Rapid City Stevens Raiders, their starting lineup looks like this. Number 1, Brittany Jones, a 5'6 sophomore guard, as well as number 2, Haley Oswald, a 5'7 senior guard. Number 3, Talia Porter. She stands 5'8" and a sophomore. Number 20, Isabel Higgins, a 5'9 junior forward. And number 22, Macy Wathen, a 5'9 junior guard. Head coach in his second year for the Raiders is Adam Dannenbrink. Let's meet the officials for this afternoon's contest. The law on the court is brought to us by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Today's officials are Genevieve Osborne, Jesse Strickers, and Matt Kemp. Dean, I think we're ready to go.
I think we are too. Quick scoring update. Just starting the third quarter, it's 39-28. The Lady Cobblers over the Yankton Gazelles over at Howard Nas. Central came in with that 9-game losing streak, so trying to break that this afternoon. The tip is going to be controlled by the Raiders, going from left to right. There's a backdoor pass to Higgins underneath the basket. She gets the ball, kicks it outside to Oswald. Shot's no good. Battle for the rebound. Eide comes away with it. She'll get the ball to Hofer. Hofer now back to Meerman. The freshman brings it across the timeline. Sadie Meerman bounce pass to Eide. Eide left side to Flanagan. Now they work it down low to Hybertson. Hybertson turns, faces the basket, spins to her right, puts up the shot. That one bounces around the rim, no good. The ball is still loose, and then it's going to be Talia Porter who kind of grabs it off the shoulders of Flanagan. They go right side to Oswald on the right wing. She's looking inside. Instead, she's going to drive to her left. Kicks it to the outside. Higgins drives the baseline. Higgins underneath. Gets it to Watson, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds by... Actually, I thought Flanagan, but no, the Raiders got a piece of it or last touched it. Yeah, it went right through. It looked like it was intended for Watson. It was kind of right in the middle between them. And Isabel, good job on defense there against Isabel Higgins. She kind of got caught under the basket. 1 minute gone by. We're scoreless between the Raiders and the Tigers. With the basketball, this is going to be Hofer. Unusual zone defense by the Raiders. Hofer to Merriman, back to Hofer. She's going to fire a three. That one's in and out, no good. Eide the rebound. Her shot is no good. A battle for the rebound. Eide comes away with it. She'll get the ball out to Hofer. Hofer, top of the key. Passes right side to go to Flanagan. She drives to her right, gets to the baseline, passes back to Hofer. Hofer looking inside for Hybertson. Instead, she passes up. She'll go to Eide. Now to Merriman in that left corner. Merriman to Eide. She's going to fire a three from the top of the key. That's off the left side of the iron. No good. Into the front court. Porter pushes the ball to Oswald. Oswald drives the baseline. Now they kick it back outside. There's Macy Wathen for three. That's an air ball. Oswald gets the rebound. Her shot's no good, and Hofer comes away with it. So neither team can buy a basket early in this first quarter. No, and they're not even good either. They're Kind of ugly-looking shot. Heidi in the low post, spins to the baseline, puts up the shot, no good, gets her own rebound, puts up another tough shot, and we're going to get a whistle, and that will send the Tigers to the free throw line. Boy, and Hannah Heidi is just absolutely working her tail off right now. She can't get anything. The Raiders can't seem to stop her from getting her own rebound. Mm-hmm. At the free throw line, Hannah Heidi, the 5'10 senior. That last foul was on Macy Wathen. That's her first team foul for the Raiders. And even free throws tough to come by as Heidi misses the first one. 5:55 remaining here on the State Farm scoreboard. We are scoreless between these two teams. But Hannah Heidi makes the free throw, and that breaks that scoreless streak, so now 1-0 is your score. Tigers on top. Here's Porter, the basketball for the Raiders. Crossover dribble in the lane, puts up the shot, and gets it to fall for two. That is so Talia Porter right there, creating her own shot, driving the lane, daring them to play defense on her. Trapping defense there. The ball is loose. It's going to be picked up by Meerman. She passes to Hyverson in the front court. Hyverson, cross-court pass, left side. They go to Hofer. Now to Heidi. She's going to fire a three. That one is short, no good. The rebound to Flanagan. Flanagan, tough shot, puts up the one-handed jumper. That's no good. Porter, the rebound for the Raiders. She'll push the ball in the front court. They go to Jones. She gets around the screen to the left side. Dribbles to the top of the key. Passes to Wathen. Wathen now around the perimeter to Higgins. Higgins back to Porter. Porter picks up her dribble, gives the ball to Wathen. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Higgins back to Wathen on that right in front of the scorer's table. Wathen hands the ball to Jones. We're down to 8 seconds now. Jones around a double screen. They go to Oswald. She's going to fire a three. That one off the mark, no good. Hyverson the rebound. Outlet pass to Meerman. She'll work her way in the front court. Meerman left side. Loses the ball. It goes out of bounds, but last touch by the Raiders, so it'll stay Tigers basketball. Yeah, I think Meerman, like we said yesterday, Coach Mayer gives them that autonomy to kind of do whatever they got. If they got a matchup they think they can favor, go ahead and drive. And they did that a lot against T area, but right now the Raiders just playing tough D. There's the inbounds pass, and with the layup is Abby Flanagan, her first bucket. Yeah, 3-2. The Tigers on top by one. Sorry, Jerome. The Raiders just lost her underneath, wide open. Here's Macy Wathen looking inside, drives to her right, now kicks it back out to Porter, and a travel on Macy Wathen. Yeah, I think she wanted to kick the ball into the corner. There wasn't anyone there, so she had to change her mind, and her feet didn't. Full court defense. Checking in for the Raiders is number 11, Finley Love. Finley, a freshman guard. Now, the ball looks like it hit the back of the backboard and goes out of bounds there. Yep, absolutely. So it'll be a Raider basketball underneath their own basket and out of bounds. Finley Love will trigger it in along the left baseline. Love gets the ball into Porter. Porter in that right corner. The Raiders go from left to right here at Carroll Hire. She hands it off to Wathen. She drives the baseline. The shot is up. It bounces around the rim. It's McKinley Lawrenson who grabs the rebound. She's checked in now. They get it to Hofer in the front court. She hands it off to Heidi. Now Lawrenson will shoot the three, and she knocks it down. Hey, welcome to the game, McKinley Lawrenson. A 5'11 sophomore who checks in and knocks down a big three. The Tigers go up 6-2 on the State Farm scoreboard with 3:42 remaining here in the first quarter. Porter at the other end shoots the three. That one bounces around the rim, no good. The ball is loose. Wathen fights for it. She'll keep it alive for the Raiders. Now it's going to be Gabby Love for three. That one's off the mark, no good. Higgins gets the offensive rebound, puts it up, no good, but we're going to get a foul. And I think that's going to be against the Tigers. No, it's going to be against the Raiders. I'll tell you right now, the Raiders, it's funny because I think offensive rebounds right now are more prevalent than defensive ones. Both teams crashing their own boards well, but unable to get the ball back in. That's going to be the first on Talia Porter, second team foul on the Raiders this half. A 4-point Tigers lead. Abby Flanagan works her way into the front court right in front of the Raider bench. Spins back to her right, passes right side. They're going to get the ball. Now they go Flanagan. Checking in is number 2, Adeline Wagner, or Addie Wagner. Wagner along the left baseline, and driving it is going to be Flanagan. She kicks it outside. It's going to go to Meerman. Meerman, cross-court pass.
There's Wagner for three. That one's no good. It was a contested shot. Porter pushes the ball to Love in the front court. She's trying to chase it down. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Meerman, so Love able to bounce it off of Sadie Meerman. Wow, how about that was a lucky break, right? That Love just, you could see the look on determination on her face as she's trying to run that ball down. Saves it. I was waiting for the whistle, but she ended up saving it. And her sister, Finley Love, gets the ball into Wathen. Wathen dribbles around the perimeter, gets to the top of the key, passes the ball to Love. Finley Love drives to the right, in the lane, the floater's up, shot's no good, a battle for the rebound. Iverson gets the rebound. They'll get it to Meerman. She'll cross the timeline for the Tigers as they lead by 4. 2.5 minutes remaining. Flanagan pump fakes, drives. Now she sends it back out. It's going to be Lawrenson for three, and she hits another three from the right side. Wow, back-to-back threes by Lawrenson, and the Raiders, this is what happened yesterday. They just turned the ball over. Shots not falling. 9-2 is your score, a 7-point lead. Here's Gabby Love. Gives the ball to Wathen. Wathen to Finley Love. Love drives the baseline. Puts up the shot. And nothing falling for the Raiders. That one bounced around the rim and into the hands of Meerman. Meerman now in the front court. Spins back to her left. They'll get it to Flanagan. Now to Lawrenson. She drives. Nowhere to go with the basketball. It's going to be a jump between Porter and Lawrenson as they tie it up. Possession arrow belongs to the Tigers. And I'll tell you, some looks are okay and some aren't, but either way, no matter what it is, when you're only scoring 2 points, so far in 6.5 minutes in a quarter, that's just not good. Brittany Jones and also Claire Fierro checking the ball game. The ball is loose on the inbounds play. They get the ball to Jones. So the Raiders come away with it. Jones in the front court, top of the key. And she carries the ball. I think she was going to pass it to Porter, who crossed in front of her, and she gets called for the carry. Yeah, I don't know if Porter was ready for it. I think she was just shifting from one side to another. Here's Sadie Meerman in the backcourt. They get it to Hofer in the front court. Hofer across from the scorer's table. Goes to the right corner. Maya Johnson shoots the three. That's no good. The ball bounces back to Johnson. New shot clock. Now they go to Hofer, left side to Meerman. Sadie Meerman on that left wing, dribbles around the perimeter. They work it around. They'll get it to Hofer. Hofer down low to Hyverson. She has position. Puts up the shot, no good, but Hyverson goes to the free throw line for the Tigers. Yeah, Claire Fierro, she was there. She tried to deny the entry, but it wasn't there. And then, of course, now you're on the backside. And all you can do is keep your verticality, keep your arms straight up, swat the ball when it's up in the air, not when it's coming out of the hand, and that didn't happen. Hyverson was scoreless yesterday. She misses that free throw. Quick scoring update. 2 minutes left to go over at Howard Nas, and the Cobblers are all over the Yankton Gazelles, 54-30. 54-30, the final home game of the regular season for the Cobblers this afternoon. Second free throw by Hyverson is no good. She misses them both. 9-2 remains the score on the State Farm scoreboard, a 7-point lead for Harrisburg. We're down to the final minute of this first quarter. Porter the basketball for the Raiders. To Oswald on the right side, back over to Porter, top of the key. Porter gets it to Finley Love. Love hands it off to Porter. Porter dribbles to that left elbow, kicks it back outside to Jones. Jones now passes right side to Love. Love works it inside to Oswald, and trying to deny that entry pass was Jaylee Hofer, and she's called for the contact. That's the first on Hofer, first team foul on the Tigers. It'll be Raider basketball underneath their own basket. Brittany Jones will trigger it in. Jones gets the ball in. It goes to Oswald. She drives the baseline, puts up the scoop shot. No good, but Oswald is fouled, and she goes to the charity stripe for two. She tried to kind of an awkward-looking shot, her left hand kind of leaning in there right in the middle of three. I know Coach Meyer's trying to talk to Matt Kemp. It's like, all three of my gals had their hands straight up, and maybe did it. Who knows? But either way, right in the middle of that and making that kind of awkward shot. And sometimes you just got to get in there, and things happen, and you're able to get to the line. Haley Oswald misses the first free throw. That last foul was on Kaylee Hybertson for the Tigers, her first, team's second. And the free throw is good. The second free throw, rather, is good. So it is 9-3, a 6-point Tigers lead. We're down to the final 38 seconds of this first quarter. Some full-court pressure there. Getting into the front court, though, they get it to Hyverson. Now backdoor pass to Johnson. Her shot is no good, a little too hard off the glass. Oswald with the rebound into the Love in the front court. Love hands the ball to Fierro. Fierro gives the ball to Watson. Watson thought about a three. Instead, she goes to Fierro. Now to Jones. Jones dribbles around the perimeter. The shot clock is off. The Raiders can hold for the final shot of the quarter. They trail by 6. Jones dribbles to her right, gets in the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Oswald, the rebound. She's fouled, but a nice follow there by Haley Oswald.
Yeah, again, she's just trying to get in there. Offensive rebounds, just very effective here so far. Can't wait to see the stats when you get them. And one thing that kind of puzzles me a little bit, you got an opportunity, one-shot opportunity here. Why isn't Talia Porter? You need your most prolific scorer. Why is she not in the game? Just an inquiry on my part. I'm not doubting Coach Dannenbring, but I'm just wondering.
The first free throw is good by Oswald. Second free throw is rolling around the rim, no good. Hofer now crosses midcourt, gets the ball to Flanagan. She puts up the shot at the buzzer. It's short, no good.
Boy, absolutely nothing falling for either team. 9-4. I don't know the last time I've seen the Raiders only score, the Raider girls anyway, only score 4 points in a quarter, especially to start a game. That's just not the way you want to get going.
Not very characteristic by the Raiders there. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. At the end of one, it's Harrisburg 9, the Raiders 4. We'll return in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City and foxsportsrapidcity.com, as well as GoRaidersLive.com.
For a great
You're doing a lot. Maybe you're starting a family, building a home, growing a business, or investing in your legacy. Security First Bank knows your life is constantly changing. And while our commitment remains constant, we're changing too, with tools, technology, and new products from people you trust. For all the ways you're changing and all the things you're doing, we're the bank. Security First Bank. Member FDIC. You're
Afternoon in the Black Hills. We're indoors here watching basketball, though I couldn't ask for a better Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, let's just open up the roof here.
Yeah. Raiders have the basketball in this girls' contest. Here's Brittany Jones. She'll shoot the three, and it's good for Jones from the right wing.
Boy, that's a way to break that open. Like, hello, thank you for going outside.
9-7 is your score. And Macy Watson gets the steal for the Raiders. She gets the ball to Oswald. Oswald in the low post. Back to Watson. They set up the offense. She'll dribble around the perimeter, get it to Porter. Porter around the screen. Left side, they go to Higgins. Higgins in the lane. Kicks it outside. It's going to go to Jones. Jones to Watson in that right corner. She dribbles out. Cross-court pass. Oswald to Jones. Jones around the screen. Gets to the wing. Now hands the ball off to Watson. We're going to get a pushing foul against the Tigers.
I found the answer to my question why Talia was not in the game. Surprised that she's in here now. She's got 2 fouls. Oh, and that's points. My bad.
One foul.
She's only got 1 foul. That's my bad. Okay. Now I'm questioning.
Okay. Here's Macy Watson to Porter. Porter shoots from the corner. That one is no good. Jaylee Hofer comes away with it. She'll push the ball in the front court for the Tigers. They lead by 2. 1 minute gone by here in the second quarter. Meerman to Hofer on that right wing. Back to Meerman, top of the key. Sadie Meerman, the basketball. Left side to Abby Flanagan on the wing. Bounce pass, and now it's a steal by Brittany Jones. Jones to Oswald in transition, and she gets the layup at the other end, and this game is tied.
Yeah, the Raiders using their speed. Again, Brittany Jones got that big steal and the assist that created the win for the Raiders last night against the Gazelles, and she does it here again, using the teammate, the speed, and coming in, and like you said, we're tied.
On the State Farm scoreboard, we're tied at 9 apiece between Harrisburg and the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. For all of your office, shop, and storage needs, Choose Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza. Quality, affordable, and reliable. There's nothing better on the west side of Rapid City. Call 605-721-9777. Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza.
I'll tell you what, who's putting together a quality game are the Rapid City Central Lady Cobblers, 59-33 with 6:25 to go in the game, and they are in a commanding lead and looking much better than they did yesterday against these Harrisburg Tiger teams. Again, the Harrisburg Tigers, very tough. Tough defensively. Obviously, we're seeing that with only 9 points, and we're into the second quarter. So with the Cobblers, they will improve to 5-12 on the year, and that will break a 9-game losing streak with this afternoon's win for the Cobblers, with 3 games remaining. Again, some full court pressure by the Raiders. The ball is going to be stolen by Higgins. I think we'll get a jump, though. McKinley Lawrenson and Higgins tie it up. Possession arrow belongs to the Tigers. Substitutions with Addie Wagner checking in. She replaces Sadie Meerman. The Raiders will stay with Higgins, Porter, Wathen, Brittany Jones, and Haley Oswald. That's a good, they're going to talk here just a second. That is a good, if you were here happen to see just that play, that's a good point of emphasis if you're watching a game. One official had a jump from one angle. The other official actually had a foul, and it has to do with what you're looking at. So sometimes coaches have better looks than the officials at times, but that time the official who had it had a great look, got the call, and they got the call right. Here's Wagner, the basketball. They reverse it to Flanagan along that left baseline. She's cut off. She gets the ball out to Hofer. Hofer dribbles to the top of the key. Bounce pass to Lawrenson. Back to Hofer. Down to 8 seconds on the shot clock. Hofer gives the ball to Wagner. Wagner left side to Flanagan. Down to 3 seconds. Flanagan on the elbow, gets in the lane, puts up the floater, no good. The rebound to Porter for the Raiders. Porter gets the ball in the front court on this near side. Crossover dribble, drives hard, has the shot blocked by Ivy, but it goes out of bounds, so it will stay Raider basketball. And I'll tell you what, Talia Porter is not easy to guard, but let's hats off to Hannah Ivy the way she did it. She went with it. She held her arm for just a second.
Watson on the inbounds play, shoots the 3, no good. It's a battle for the rebound. Ivy comes away with it. Doing a good job on the boards this afternoon. In the front court, Hofer crossover dribble to that left wing. Hofer cross-court pass. They go to Wagner, now right corner. That's going to be Flanagan for 3. That one rims in and out, no good. Heidi with another rebound, and she hits the deck, so a pushing foul on the Raiders.
Boy, Hannah Heidi really just in general carrying the team right now with shots not falling, but she's in there getting rebounds, trying to make things happen.
We've gone almost 2.5 minutes, and the Tigers have yet to score in this second quarter. Raiders on a 5-0 run.
I usually don't see this in like a AA game. This is more of a lower-level type game when you get 9-9 per score.
Wide open from that left corner. The shot is up and good for Jaylee Hofer. Her first bucket in the ball game. That breaks the tie. It's a 2-point Tigers lead with 5:27 to go in the second quarter on the State Farm scoreboard. Porter the basketball for the Raiders to Jones in the right corner. She'll dribble out to the wing, hand the ball off. It goes to Wathen. Wathen left side to Porter. Porter shoots the 3. This one is short, no good. Porter gets her own rebound and gets the layup.
I think Hannah Heidi got a piece of that Porter shot there, but Porter did a great job following her own shot.
That's 4 points now for Talia Porter. Tied at 11. Into the left corner. Flanagan wide open for 3. That's a little too strong, no good. Wagner tried to save it. The ball is loose. It's Oswald who comes away with it. Oswald to Higgins in the front court. Higgins drives, gets the basket, and one.
Wow, good job by Higgins. She got the step. Lawrenson was right there. All she needed to do is a couple more steps down, and she would have had a great block. But Higgins aggressively, which is nothing less than what she normally does, aggressively getting to the rim. That foul will be the first on McKinley Lawrenson, and the 15th foul against the Tigers this half. 4:48 remaining. We have a 2-point Raider lead. And that free throw is no good. Porter got the rebound. Now the ball is loose. I believe we're going to get a jump ball. And Porter just like hanging on for dear life. It's like somebody's falling off a cliff and all I've got is one hand and she's just holding on. Please, somebody help me.
So Finley and Gabby Love both in the ball game as well right now, along with Higgins, Porter, and Watson. And Genevieve Osborne at the scorer's table. I think they're discussing the shot clock probably, or likely. They did reset it to 35. Right, because it came off the rim, and then it was down low. And Finley Love will trigger it in from the right baseline, gets it out to Higgins, out front. They work it down low to Porter, and a whistle. It'll be a hold against the Tigers.
Yeah, this might be on Merriman. On the inbounds play, she basically put her arms up and was kind of riding the player, I didn't see who it was, through the middle of the lane.
Sadie Meerman with her first. There's the inbounds play, and the basket good for Talia Porter. She banks it in. 6 points now for the sophomore.
Just does a great job working around the rim.
4-point Raider lead of 15-11 on the State Farm scoreboard. Tigers with the basketball. Here's Flanagan out front. Meerman wide open for three, and she knocks it down.
Boy, with the Raiders going with a man defense normally, that's more effective against these Harrisburg Tigers, but right now they're leaving some players wide open.
And Porter tries to answer at the other end. No good. Finley Love gets the rebound, kicks it outside to Watson. Her shot goes in and out. No good. Meerman comes away with it. Crossover dribble into the front court. Meerman in the lane. Overthrows Jaylee Hofer. It goes out of bounds, and the Raiders come away with it.
And that's just tough physical defense by Finley Love. She didn't block the shot or anything, but she really created the turnover, caused the havoc, forced the bad pass out to the perimeter. I don't think Coach Meyer likes it. His accountant there as he's trying to pace the sideline.
Finley Love in the front court. They go to Porter. Now cross-court pass to Gabby Love. Back to her sister, Finley. Love looking inside from the wing. Hands the ball to Watson. Watson back to her right. Drives hard to the basket. Tries to bank it in. No good. Higgins, another rebound to keep it alive. And a jump ball. And it looks like the Tigers have the possession arrow.
Yeah, it's funny because Heidi did a great job of boxing out Higgins. But Higgins got the rebound, and Heidi's hand was in there, so they kind of held up. They both were holding on for dear life.
Hofer into the front court. They go to Wagner. Wagner and tries to pass it back outside, and it's going to be Porter with the steal, and now she hits the deck, and a whistle against the Tigers.
Yeah, that's going to go against Addie Wagner again. Porter, she leads the team in steals. She just got her hands in the right place at the right time. If you're the Raiders, wrong place at the wrong time if you're the opposition.
Talia Porter at the free throw line. She's a 77% free throw shooter. Raiders lead by 15-14. It's a one-on-one situation coming up. There's the free throw by Porter. She hits it. 7 points now for Talia Porter. 2-point Raider lead over the Tigers. Second free throw by Porter is good as well. 8 points now for Talia Porter. She averages almost 17 on the season. There's that full court pressure defense once again. Meerman in the backcourt for the Tigers. Picks up her dribble. And there's a steal by Love, and we're going to get a whistle against the Raiders. That's going to go on Finley Love, her first fourth team foul, or fifth team foul, correction. 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the second. 17-14, Raiders with the lead on the State Farm scoreboard. Hofer the basketball, bounce pass, cross court. It goes to Meerman. Now back to Hofer on the near side. She dribbles to the top of the keys. Now she works it over to Heidi. Heidi back to Hofer. There's that zone defense by the Raiders. 2-3 zone. With the ball, it's going to be, that's Meerman. Meerman to Wagner, right side. Here's Wagner, left side, 4 seconds now. Meerman wants to drive in the lane. A tough shot is short, no good. Getting the rebound is Heidi, and then she's fouled. Heidi's doing a great job for the Tigers, crashing the board. Just on both ends of the court.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was even a shot clock violation. Did it actually hit the rim? Because
I think it did.
A very poor-looking shot coming in.
That foul is going to be on Gabby Love. That's her first 16 foul. Hannah Heidi makes the first free throw. She's now 2 of 3 from the charity stripe this afternoon. .236 remaining. Both free throws good for Hannah Eide. 17-16, the Raiders by 1 over Harrisburg. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter on the State Farm scoreboard. Here's Finley Love in the front court. She's going to shoot the 3 from the right side, and it's nothing but net for Finley Love. Well, just love what she comes in and does. She works so hard. She can shoot the 3 like the rest of the Raiders. They get the ball to Flanagan in the front court. Now they go to Hofer. To that right side, Eide. Back to Hofer. She's wide open for 3, and she drains it. Nice answer by the Harrisburg Tigers. Like, hey, we're going to get in a three-point contest. I'm game. Here's Talia Porter. She's going to send it to Love. Love dribbles around the perimeter. Back to her left. Gets in the lane. The scoop shot is good for Finley Love. Of course, she can beat you with her dribble drive. She can beat you with the perimeter shooting. She can beat you with her defense. Lindsey Worth in the ball game. To Flanagan, now right side to Hofer. Hofer in the front court. Passes right side to Hyverson. Hyverson, cross-court pass to Eide. Eide drives, puts up the shot. It's good for Hannah Eide. 5 points now for Eide, 22-21. A close matchup here this afternoon. The Raiders by 1 with 1:20 remaining in the first half. Finley Love into the right corner. That's going to be her sister Gabby for 3. That shot's no good. Flanagan the rebound for the Tigers. She'll push the ball into the front court on the far side. Flanagan drives hard, puts up the shot over Porter, and scores 2. It's only the second bucket for Flanagan, and it's 23-22. Harrisburg with the lead now. Here's Love the basketball. Back to Porter in that right corner. Porter drives the baseline. Puts up the shot, no good, but it's going to be a foul on Hannah Eide. That's going to be her first. And that's one thing you got to do, and I think we talked about this yesterday, maybe even the boys' game. They're going to drive the baseline to get an opportunity, and Talia Porter probably does it as good as anyone. She gets underneath, she gets her body positioning underneath the defender, and kind of works her way back underneath. And instead of staying there and take a charge, now all of a sudden you're on the backside. You can't do that. You're just in a bad situation. So you have to cut them off at the baseline and force them to spin back the other way and just get themselves out of position. Porter makes the first free throw. She's now 3 for 3 this afternoon. Second free throw attempt is good as well. That's 10 points in the ball game for Talia Porter. 24-23, the Raiders by 1. On the State Farm scoreboard, Jaylee Hofer in the backcourt being pressured, gets the ball to Hyverson in the front court. Hyverson hands the ball to Meerman, down to 37 seconds. Just about 13-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock. Hyverson to Meerman. She dribbles around the perimeter, sends it back to Hofer. Hofer launches a 3. That one off the side of the iron, no good. Watson trying to get in transition, gets into the front court, passes into the right corner. Oswald shoots the 3. It's no good. Watson gets the rebound, sends it to Fierro. She puts up the shot, no good. It's tapped out. Jones keeps it alive. 10 seconds now. The Raiders can get that final shot. Down to 7 seconds. Talia Porter drives to her right. And it's going to be a charging foul on Talia Porter. That's going to be number 2. Yeah, she was out there with 10 seconds left. You said trying to make that decision. She kind of gave a little head fake. Then she drove the lane. The Harrisburg Tigers did a great job of cutting her off. And she realized it and had to kick it out. But her body momentum just drug her right through that. Porter will exit. Isabel Higgins checks in. We're down to 2.1 seconds. Here's Flanagan in the backcourt. She's going to just throw it up there at the buzzer. Not even close. That's going to do it. That's the end of the first half here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. At halftime, Rapid City Stevens leads Harrisburg 24-23 is your score. We'll return in 1 minute. We've got the halftime show coming up next right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and online at foxsportsrapidcity.com.
For all
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
At Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we are here to help you make your comeback. Our team is standing by to diagnose and treat your injury with some of the most advanced treatment options available and same-day appointments. Monument Health practitioners work closely with our therapists and physicians in communities throughout the Black Hills, with locations in Rapid City and Spearfish. Visit monument.health/orthopedics for more information. That's monument.health/orthopedics for more information.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with Colton, who's right here in the area. And a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of Colton today, and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
If you want the peace of mind that your next pre-owned vehicle is the best it can be, you want Honda True, and you only find it at Danny Manholt Rushmore Honda. Our Honda certified pre-owned vehicles are thoroughly inspected and backed by 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage, up to 2 complimentary oil changes, 24/7 roadside assistance, inspection report, and 3-day exchange. You simply can't buy the wrong vehicle. Search our inventory at honda-true.com or see us at Denny Manholt Rushmore Honda. If you want
limestone canyons, flowing waterfalls, and pristine beauty make Spearfish a sanctuary for those seeking the ultimate escape. Outdoor enthusiasts will find top-notch sport climbing, mountain biking, and UTV OHV trails. Guests are steps away from peaceful hiking trails and tranquil streams. Relax and rehash your day's adventure at one of our award-winning local breweries. Finding rest is an important part of any adventure. Lodging in Spearfish comes with a variety of choices, from cabins, B&Bs, and campgrounds to the comforts of your popular brand-name hotels. To find your unique adventure in Spearfish, go to visitspearfish.com now.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name.
Star Spangled Batter on Jackson Boulevard in Rapid City, South Dakota. Famous for their delicious cakes, cupcakes, and other tasty baked goods. But did you know they're the only bakery in town to offer free consultations? Not to mention free samples when planning your big or small wedding. They also take special orders for that special party for that special someone. Check out their daily specials on Facebook or call ahead to grab some goodies for the office on your way to work. Star Spangled Batter is a proud sponsor of Rapid City sports and activities on liveticket.tv.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Z Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Z Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today. Your first...
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
When you ask for Black Hills Surgical Hospital, you ask for someone who believes in hospitality. You ask for someone who treats everyone like a VIP and believes the absolute best shouldn't cost more and makes you feel comfortable, even when you are vulnerable. You ask for someone who cares about the little things as much as the big things. You ask for someone who treats you like you are loved, because you are. Black Hills Surgical Hospital. Ask for us by name. When you ask...
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change. We all want to be...
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth, Sales, Service, and Recreation. Here with Dean Gurr, I'm Jerome Wickersham on this Saturday afternoon here at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. We're at halftime, 24-23, Rapid City Stevens leading the Harrisburg Tigers, the fifth-ranked Tigers, which, again, we'll see what happens this second half, how this plays out for the Raiders this afternoon. But one score we wanted to pass along in girls basketball action, Rapid City Central playing for the final time this season in the regular season on their home court, and they get a big win. They snap their 9-game losing streak, and Rapid City Central just pours it on today as they defeat Yankton 73-55, I'm sorry, 73-35.
And Jackie Schaefer gets her first win, if I'm not mistaken,
She does.
as a cobbler coach. So, that's exciting.
That is. So congratulations. Again, the Cobblers, the Lady Cobblers, getting that win there at home to wrap up their home schedule of the regular season. They do have 3 games remaining, all on the road. So, and then for boys basketball action, we do not have a score yet. I don't think it's started yet, but
For the Cobblers to get that win, that's definitely a confidence builder for them, knowing what happened yesterday against the Raiders, because the Cobblers and Raiders are going to go after it on Thursday. They will. So we'll have that game for you right here on Fox Sports Rapid City. Let's jump back into the second half now. It'll be Raider basketball. And a double dribble there by Brittany Jones. She hesitates. Not sure if she knew what she wanted to do with the basketball. And another turnover for the Raiders. Yeah, I don't know if her teammate wanted to cut in, do a V-cut, come back out. Either way, miscommunication. So Harrisburg with a chance to take the lead. Both teams with the same starters. Going from left to right is the Tigers. Here's Hofer, the basketball on the right wing. Passes left side, they go to Flanagan. Flanagan in the left corner to Merriman, but the freshman can't hold on to it. It slips through her hands and goes out of bounds. Just two frustrating turnovers by either team right now. Brittany Jones to Macy Watson. She'll get into the front court, crossover, dribble to the left. They go to Jones. Jones to Watson. Now Porter in that left corner. Raiders going from right to left. Back to Jones. They reverse it. Over to Oswald. The ball goes... No, it was going out of bounds, but Oswald saves it into the hands of Hofer. Hofer spins in the lane, puts up the shot, gets the layup at the other end. How about that, Hofer? Great move. She spun, had the defense right in front of her, but the great spin move, the kind of fadeaway layup. 7 points now for Hofer, and Harrisburg regains the lead. Porter trapped in the corner, and I think we're going to get a timeout. Porter had nowhere to go with the basketball. And Coach Adam Dannenbring wants to talk about it. A quick 30-second timeout with Harrisburg leading by 1 on the State Farm scoreboard, 25-24. Yeah, kind of not exactly the start they wanted here, this first minute of the game, but he's got to think about saving his timeouts as well. This could be a dogfight all the way down to the end. You better be ready. 25-24, the Harrisburg Tigers by 1 over Rapid City Stevens. 6:52 remaining in this third quarter. Raiders will have 24 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time as they come out of that timeout. They'll go with their same starting 5 of Higgins, Oswald, Watson, Jones, and Talia Porter. I know coming out of the timeout, they like to run the little curl play. They'll get someone who will come from one area, they'll curl around, usually through a high ball screen, maybe even a double screen, and get to the backside. Jones triggers it in, gets the ball to Porter, top of the key. She'll dribble near midcourt there, now to the far side, across from the scorer's table, drives to the right, drives hard to the basket, tries to bank it in. It goes in and out, no good. Heidi, another rebound. That's her 9th. Into the front court, it's going to be Merriman. Merriman on that far side to Flanagan in that left corner. Flanagan bounce pass back to Merriman. She reverses it over to Heidi. She shoots the 3. That is short, no good. Porter a rebound for the Raiders. Porter works her way into the front court, gets to the top of the key, dribbles to her right, now back to her left, in the lane, spins to the right, puts up the shot. Porter's shot is no good. Raiders come out. They're scoreless so far, and almost 2 minutes gone by in this third quarter. 1 point Tigers lead. Here's Flanagan driving the left baseline. Tough defense there by Higgins, or Watson, I'm sorry. The ball with Hofer, now to Flanagan. Flanagan down to 12 seconds, looking inside. Instead, they go to Hofer. It goes through her hands. Hofer picks it up, gets it to Heidi. Heidi, bounce pass to Flanagan. She wants to drive, but Porter gets the steal. And now a reach-in foul on the Tigers, and Flanagan just dribbled the ball off the foot of Higgins, I believe. And Porter was the recipient of it. So time ticking down, and you think this shot's going to be up, and instead they get a turnover. Sadie Meerman picks up her second. That's the first Tigers foul, team foul, this second half. Again, the Raiders trying to regain the lead. They led by 1 at halftime. Higgins in the corner, out to Watson. Watson, cross-court pass to Jones. She's going to fire a 3. That one off the mark, no good. Porter, the rebound, tries to bank it in, no good. Gets her own rebound, shot so good. A battle for the rebound. Oswald to Jones. Jones puts it up, still no good. And now Watson out to Porter, who shoots the 3. That one's off the mark. 4 chances for the Raiders, and they come up empty. Ouch. Is that the story of the game today? I mean, how about that? They're racking up stats by the rebounds. The rebounds are going to be very good, but can't convert the basket. Not at all. And it's not like they're hard. They weren't easy shots, but they weren't like super difficult either.
Some full court pressure defense once again. Sadie Meerman to Heidi in the front court. Back to Meerman on this near side. Crossover dribble. Bounce pass left side to Hofer. She's going to fire a three. That's no good. Heidi working for the rebound, and she hits the deck as she is pushed there by Haley Oswald. Really the two just fighting for the basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. But Heidi got the better of the rebound. She had more hands on it, and Oswald was on the backside.
That's going to be number 1 on Haley Oswald. First team foul on the Raiders.
That's got to be like the 10th rebound for Hannah Heidi. It's just been, going back to keys to the game, just so critical getting those opportunities for each team.
Gabby and Finley Love check in the ball game, as does Addie Wagner. Wagner to Heidi now. Bounce pass down low to Lawrenson. And they're going to whistle the Raiders for the foul.
Not quite sure who it's on. There were 2 Raiders there. It's going to be on Wathen on the front side.
That's going to be number 2 on Macy Wathen. Second team foul on the Raiders. At the free throw line will be McKinley Lawrenson, her first trip this afternoon. She has 7 points now. She hit 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. Right now, the Tigers lead 26-24 in a hard-fought basketball game this afternoon at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Second free throw is good as well. 8 points off the bench for McKinley Lawrenson. 27-24. The Harrisburg Tigers by 3, rather. Here's Love in the front court to her sister Finley Love. She wants to drive, now gets into the right corner, back to Wathen. Wathen drives that right baseline, kicks it outside to Porter. Porter in the lane, puts up the shot off the glass, no good. The rebound is up, and it is good. I think that's Macy Wathen's first basket.
It was, and what a great job she did. She sealed off the defender, got the rebound, the putback.
27-26, the Tigers by 1. Midway through this third quarter. It's Hofer, right side. They'll work it to Wagner. Wagner drives the baseline, cut off, so now she goes to Lawrenson. Back out to Hofer. Over to Flanagan. Wagner back to Hofer on the left wing. She's going to shoot the three, and Hofer knocks it down. 2 threes in the ball game for Hofer. She has 10 points overall.
And here's the big steal.
Watson drives hard to the basket and gets the layup.
Almost a steal by Harrisburg. Watson collected it, got the board, and Coach Dannenbrig's like, okay, we got to start collecting here. We got to stay in this game.
Quick 30-second timeout for head coach Adam Dannenbrig. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. It's Harrisburg 30, Rapid City Stevens 28. For all of your office, shop, and storage needs, choose Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza. Quality, affordable, and reliable. There's nothing better on the west side of Rapid City. Call 605-721-9777. That's Quality Commercial Properties, LLC, at the Samco Business Plaza.
We've just seen these Raiders battling through the adversity of not being able to put the ball in the bucket. They're working hard defensively and getting the rebounds that they need, but the shot is just not falling. It was that way in the first quarter, and again, this way in the third quarter. They finally got a few of them here as of late, but still a bit of a struggle. They got to get back into it.
So far, the Tigers outscoring the Raiders 7-4 in this third quarter. Lawrenson gets the ball in. There's some full court pressure D by the Raiders. They go to Hofer now into the front court. Meerman in the basketball. Back to Hofer. To Wagner. Back to Hofer, top of the key. She passes right side. That's going to be a three by Meerman. That one is short, no good. The ball is tapped out. Coming away with it is Higgins. And she stumbles there. I don't know if she was tripped up, but she loses the ball out of bounds.
Two officials converging and conferring.
So the ball rolls out of bounds. Tiger basketball. They get it into Sadie Meerman. Meerman right side to Hofer. Hofer dribbles to the right corner. Now to Lawrenson. Puts up the shot, and she is fouled from the elbow. 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. They're going to get the foul on number 11, Finley Love. That's her second, third team foul against the Raiders. McKinley Lawrenson at the free throw line, where she's a perfect 2 for 2 this afternoon. That free throw is good. The 5'11" sophomore coming on and coming off the bench and having a good game this afternoon. contributing well for the Tigers.
Yeah, she did, and she contributed fairly well yesterday for them. Definitely very vital part of this Harrisburg Tiger puzzle
and the future of this Tigers basketball team as well. 32-28, back to a 4-point lead. Crossover dribble by Love. She gets it to her sister Gabby, now out to Wathen on the wing. Wathen dribbles around the perimeter, gets to the elbow, kicks it outside to Higgins. Higgins back to Love. Gabby Love the basketball in the lane. Over to her sister, Finley, and Finley puts up the floater in the paint, no good. Porter fighting for the rebound, gets it out to Hofer. She tried to save it, but it's into the hands of Hofer. Hofer in the front court. Goes to Lawrenson. She will shoot the three. That one's no good. Iverson chases down the loose ball to keep it alive for the Tigers. They get it back to Meerman. Meerman over to Hofer in the right corner. She's looking inside. Now back to Meerman. But it's going to be a travel there on Meerman as she drags her foot.
She's trying to put a little oomph on that pass, and the back foot came along with it.
Genevieve Osborne there to make the call. The Raiders only 4 points in this third quarter. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. They trail 32-28 to the Harrisburg Tigers, the fifth-ranked team in Class AA. Porter now dribbles to the right elbow, now back to her left, shoots from the free throw line. That one is short, no good. Tigers come away with it. Meerman in the front court. Right side gets it to Hofer. Hofer back to Meerman. Now to the elbow, they get it to McKinley. Down low to Hybertson. She's double-teamed. Puts up a tough shot.
Wow.
No good.
I thought that was going to go in.
It did too. It rolled around the rim, and now Higgins a clear pass. Kicks it outside. Finley Love shoots the three. No good. The ball's tapped around. Higgins gets it and banks it in for two.
Hey, welcome to the game, Isabel Higgins. Again, she needs to be a big factor for these Raiders here in this last quarter.
4 points for Isabel Higgins. 32-30 is your score. Tigers by 2. Meerman the basketball. Over to Wagner. Now to Hofer on the right wing. She's looking inside for Hybertson. Hybertson cut off. Puts up the shot. Again, not a good-looking shot, but Higgins gets the rebound. Higgins gives the ball. It goes to Wathen, but then out of bounds. So the Stevens Raiders could not take care of the basketball.
Yeah, Izzy, again, fighting through bodies. Got in there, muscled the rebound away. It got tipped, and she was trying to collect it and thought, I'll just give it to Wathen, who's standing right here, and just a bad bounce in the wrong spot. And Higgins comes out here. They're going to give her a little bit of a rest as we wrap up this quarter here. Down by 2, the Raiders are.
Down to a minute 22 in this third quarter. 2-point Tigers lead. Lawrenson, right side to Meerman, now into the corner. Flanagan the basketball. Flanagan's had a quiet afternoon compared to yesterday. Lawrenson, now to Flanagan in the left corner. She drives the baseline, has a pass, puts up the jumper, no good. Hybertson, the offensive rebound. In traffic, puts up the shot, no good, but she is fouled. So Kaylee Hybertson goes to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Just doing a great job there. Just players just determined to get the big rebound. Hybertson's got a couple of them these last couple of possessions here. Gets there with an opportunity and looked like she was going to be trapped, nowhere to go. Instead, she fights her way through it.
Kaylee Hybertson misses the free throw. She's now 0 for 3 from the charity stripe this afternoon. 61 seconds remaining in the third. It's a 2-point Tigers lead. There's the free throw. That one is good. Her first points of this contest. 3-point lead, 33-30 on the State Farm scoreboard for the Harrisburg Tigers. It'll be Raider basketball. They go with Finley Love, Brittany Jones, Talia Porter, Haley Oswald, and Claire Fierro. Jones to Porter. Porter works her way into the front court. Crosses midcourt there. Now they go left side to Finley Love, back to Porter. Porter over to Jones. Jones to Love in the left corner. Love over to Porter. Porter backs her way in. A nice dish inside to Fierro. She kicks it outside. There's Love for 3, and it's good for Finley Love.
Oh, what a great ball movement. I thought Claire Fierro had an opportunity. She chose wisely to pull it out, kick it out, and Love cashing it in.
Here's Hannah Ivey, the basketball. We're tied at 33. Ivey on that left wing, down to 24 seconds. In this third quarter, this is Meerman, the basketball at midcourt. Spins back to her left. Hands the ball off to her teammate. That goes to Hofer. Hofer left side to Flanagan. Abby Flanagan the basketball back to Hofer. Hofer is going to shoot the three. That's no good. A battle for the rebound. Porter's knocked down. She gets up slow. Yeah, and Adam Dannenbring wants a foul, and 100% that was definitely not a foul. Two players converging. Lawrenson was just standing there. Porter runs into her, and Porter, unfortunately, that's like running into a pole. They collided. She hits the ground. You want your foul on your player, but that doesn't happen. And Lawrenson on the inbounds play misses the shot. And what a game we have here this afternoon at Carroll Higher Gymnasium. On the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick, at the end of 3, we are tied at 33 apiece between Rapid City Stevens and the Harrisburg Tigers. We're back in 1 minute right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City.
Belly Brothers Auto Tech is the bark of the town. Belly Brothers is one of the top-rated local auto shops in South Dakota. From an oil change to transmission repairs, they'll treat your car with exceptional service at reasonable rates, with plenty of financing options also available. Holding an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau since 2008, Belly Brothers will get your tail wagging. And visit Jennifer Young next door for your tax accounting needs.
Listening to South Dakota High School basketball on Fox Sports Rapid City, presented by Black Hills Surgical Hospital Sports Medicine and powered by Physio.
Welcome back to the Anytime Auto Sales Service and Detail broadcast booth with Dean Gurr. I'm Jerome Wickersham as we start this fourth quarter, tied at 33 apiece between Rapid City Stevens and Harrisburg. But just like that, Jaylee Hofer hits her third three of the ball game. That breaks the tie. It's 36-33, Harrisburg on top of Rapid City Stevens. Here's Macy Watson to Porter in that right corner. Porter dribbles out to the wing, now around the perimeter, back to her right, gets to the baseline, sends the ball to Finley Love. Love to Jones. Jones now a pass to the basket, puts up a tough shot. No good. A battle for the rebound. You have like four players hitting the deck. And a jump ball with the Raiders having the possession arrow. Just everyone getting after it. You can tell the intensity level of this game. It's a typical Saturday afternoon crowd, kind of sparse here, other things going on. A little smaller crowd. But definitely the excitement is on the floor. Watson gets the inbounds pass, shoots the three, but it's not even close. Harrisburg comes away with it. Sadie Meerman in the front court. They work it around. They go to Flanagan in that left corner. Flanagan to Hannah Heidi. Heidi in the lane, bounce pass down low to Hyverson. Hyverson spins to her right, puts up the shot, and that's the first basket of the game for Kaylee Hyverson. She has 3 points overall. Yeah, it was a great job by Hyverson. I thought Oswald cut her off. I didn't think she was going to go up with it. Driving is, and a travel there on Macy Watson. She gets in the lane, and I think she's saying she only took 2 steps, but Jesse Stricker said otherwise. So a travel there on Macy Watson. 38-33. The Tigers by 5 with 6:40 remaining. Still plenty of time. Defensively, the Raiders need a couple of big stops here. Over in the front court to Meerman. Now to Flanagan. Back to Meerman as they work it around the perimeter to chew up some of the clock. Hofer over to Meerman. Now to Heidi. Heidi back to Meerman. Over to Flanagan on that left elbow. She puts up a tough scoop shot. No good. Hyverson gets the rebound. And boy, what a fourth quarter for Hyverson. 2 big baskets. And now it's a 7-point Tigers lead. Oswald at the other end drives. Her shot is no good. So the Raiders struggling to start this fourth quarter. They trail by 7 to the Tigers. Flanagan the basketball looking inside. Instead, they'll chew up some of the clock. We have 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. In this game coming your way on GoRaidersLive.com. And there's Hannah Ivey with a big three. And the Harrisburg Tigers just all of a sudden caught fire. 10 unanswered points. And Adam Dannenbring's like, okay, we've been in this situation before. It was worse yesterday. So we got to cut down this lead to, a half here in next couple of minutes. Again, on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agents Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. Right now, a 10-point lead for the Harrisburg Tigers, 43-33 over Rapid City Stevens. Again, thank you for watching the stream this afternoon on GoRaidersLive.com. While we have a moment, one score we wanted to talk about once again. Again, Rapid City Central gets a big win, 75-38, I believe, was the 73-35. Rapid City Central wins in girls basketball, 73-35 over Yankton. Rapid City Central's Aaliyah Jones dropped in 38 points this afternoon over Yankton. That breaks the school's single-game scoring record. The previous record of 36 points belonged to Jordan Heckert, who set that back during the 2020-2021 season. So congratulations, not only to the Cobblers, but Aaliyah Jones, a phenomenal performance by her this afternoon, setting the school record for the Cobblers. Yeah, definitely, and I don't know how she did it, whether it was, inside game, rebound, shooting, whatever. We know she has the ability to, put points on the board in bunches when she gets the best opportunity, and kind of a difference than what we saw yesterday. The Gazelles were pretty good at playing defense here on these Raiders. Mm-hmm. Here's Finley Love now. She's going to shoot a three from the top of the key. That one is no good, and it's like the Raiders are running out of gas. They trail by 10. It's going to be Tiger basketball. 5:18 to go. Hofer in the front court. Jaylee Hofer the basketball. Gives it to Addie Wagner. Wagner at midcourt now. Back to Hofer on the right wing. Hofer the basketball, directing traffic. 5 minutes to play. Down to 12 seconds on the shot clock. They get it to Flanagan. Now Ivy's going to shoot another three. That one is no good. Wagner chasing down the loose ball. It goes out of bounds, though, and the Raiders come away with it. But right now, the Raiders desperately needing some points. Yeah, they need a basket somehow, some way. The thing of it is, with 4:54, they can't rush. They can't get in desperation mode, thinking, hey, this is my only chance to get a score or something right here. They need to continue to fight for the best shot possible. In the front court, it'll be Love over to Oswald, now to Porter on the right wing. Drives that right baseline, spins, double team, puts up a tough shot. It's no good, but Talia Porter will head to the free throw line. I think she was almost triple teamed as she kind of drove right in there. That's an opportunity. Usually the Raiders are pretty good about this. That's where you need someone to circle around. Everybody was on the left side. It's probably an overload, giving her an opportunity to do her one-on-one moves, which she's very good at doing. But she's now caught underneath. If you got someone to circle around, get over in that corner, she can kick it back out there. Again, she's triple teamed. She's got an opportunity to kick it back out and have somebody launch a big three. Porter misses her first free throw. Actually, yeah, it is her first free throw this afternoon. She makes the second, though. That's just her first point in this second half. She has 11 points overall. 9 points, Harrisburg lead, 43-34 on the State Farm scoreboard. Mehrman is double-teamed. We're at a timeout by the Tigers. Yeah, you kind of see that coming. For some reason, they were kind of frozen. They had the ball way back over by the lane, the Raiders' lane, and I don't know if she was looking for somebody to move around. The pressure by the Raiders, of course, they do that all the time, and the clock's ticking. All of a sudden, you hear somebody from the crowd yell, or maybe it was from the bench, go, and nobody was going. Then she dribbles right into triple coverage there, gets trapped, and Coach Mayer had no choice but to call a timeout. So 4:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. 43-34, Harrisburg, the fifth-ranked team in AA girls basketball, leading the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. They come out of this timeout. They're going to go with Gabby Love, Finley Love, Haley Oswald, Talia Porter, and Isabel Higgins. And with 30 seconds to go, the Yankton Bucks are on top of the Cobblers, 19-13. They have the ball and opportunity to get the last shot in for the end of the first quarter. McKinley Lawrenson gets the ball into Hofer. Hofer dribbles to the right side, hands the ball off. No, it almost got stolen. Hofer picks it up, gets the ball to Meerman. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Meerman being hounded at midcourt there. They get it to Lawrenson. Lawrenson over to Hofer. Hofer spins to her right, gets in the lane, puts up a tough shot. We're going to get a whistle against the Raiders. And I think that's going to go against Haley Oswald there. She was a secondary defender, rolled around the backside, and that's going to be her second, 15 foul against the Raiders. Macy Wathen and Brittany Jones get set to check back in. Hofer makes the free throw. 14 points on the day for Jaylee Hofer. Back to a 10-point lead for the Tigers. We were tied at 33 apiece at the end of the third, but it's been all Tigers in this fourth quarter. Hofer makes both free throws. 45-34 now. Here's Porter in the front court. Porter to Macy Wathen. Wathen dribbles around the screen to the right side. Now back to her left. It's Oswald. She'll shoot the three. That one way off the target, but Porter there to get the rebound. Shot's no good. And picking it up is going to be Wagner. Wagner to Meerman. She'll work her way into the front court on the far side. Drives to that left wing. They get the ball back to Hofer. Hofer dribbles around the perimeter, gets to the top of the key. Around the screen to the right side. Driving is Hofer. Fadeaway jumper is up. That one's no good. A rebound by Hybertson. And they're going to get a whistle against the Raiders. Or no, it's going to be on Hybertson.
Yeah, Hybertson. She was on the backside. I think she gave a little bit of a shove to try to get some separation and get that big rebound.
That is number 4 now on Kaylee Hybertson. The 5'10 junior will take a seat. We're down to 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the fourth. Again, this game coming your way on Fox Sports Rapid City and GoRaidersLive.com. Wathen, a three from the top of the key. That is short, no good. Higgins fighting for the rebound. She hits the deck, and a whistle against the Tigers. It'll be Raider basketball.
And again, how important is Higgins on the floor for the Raiders? She fights. She gets those big rebounds. Porter gets the big rebounds.
Sadie Meerman picks up her fourth. They get the ball into Wathen. Wathen spins, tries to bank it in, no good. Now it's Wathen who gets called for the foul.
Yeah, it is. She got the spin move, tried to use her left to get the shot up. It really wasn't a good shot. And, of course, you're on the backside of someone. You get the push call, and
that's Wathen with her third now. Higgins had a quiet second half. Now to Meerman. She picks up her dribble at midcourt. Or no, she did not pick up her dribble. She'll get it back to Eide. Eide to Meerman. Meerman around the screen. Dribbles around the perimeter to the right side. Being guarded by Higgins. Now back to her left. She'll get the ball to Eide. Eide wants to drive in the lane. And it's going to be a foul. I don't know.
No, I think it's going to be a jump ball.
A jump.
Yeah, I think. Nope. Oh. I wasn't quite sure. They had to confer a little bit. I thought the official on the end line here, the lead official, I thought I had a better look at it.
Mm-hmm. So Haley Oswald picks up her third, 7th team foul, and the Tigers just pulling away now as Hannah Eide makes that free throw. It's 46-34, a 12-point lead, the largest for the Tigers. Hannah Eide makes both free throws, now a 13-point lead, and to think we were tied at 33 apiece at the end of three quarters.
Right, and yeah, another struggle for the Raiders, and another grind out for the Harrisburg Tigers. Again, they just gut out win after win.
Isabel Higgins had the basketball. She tried to hand it off to Wathen. We're going to get a whistle against the Tigers.
Yeah, I think it's going to be on Heidi on that one. Anna Heidi with her second. Got her arm in the wrong spot there. Brittany Jones will trigger it in from the right baseline. The ball into Porter. Porter in the low post, spins, puts up the shot, bounces around the rim and goes in. 3 points in the second half for Porter, 13 overall. 47-36, the lead 11 for the Tigers, but time clicking down here. Winding down, it's 47-36. Here's the 2-minute warning. Left side, they get it to Hybertson in that left corner. They need a one-and-done here, do the Raiders. Hybertson out to Meerman. Meerman over to Hofer in the left corner, down low to Hybertson. Hybertson spins, puts up the shot. It's good for Hybertson. How about that? She was scoreless yesterday, 7 points today. Yeah, getting good position and a great turnaround shot. Porter's going to shoot from just inside the arc. That one's no good. Hybertson grabs a rebound. She'll get the ball to Flanagan. Like we said, Flanagan scoreless in this second half, where she had 18 yesterday. Over to Meerman. Meerman spins to her right. Gets the ball out to Hofer. Hofer around the screen to the right side. Picks up her dribble. Works it inside to Heidi. She has position, and she bakes it in for two. This fourth quarter has belonged to the Tigers. Yeah, absolutely. They are just effectively working the ball where they need to. A three at the other end by Jones is no good. Again, we'll have a jump ball tied up between Meerman and Porter. 1 minute remaining. And Coach Dannenbrand's going to get things together. He's got to talk about it. He's got a lot to make up here in this next minute. Is he going to decide to foul and drag the game out, or just, get aggressive and see what they got to do? Again, Harrisburg just did a great job the last few possessions where they needed to. They worked the clock, and the possession that ends with points. That's what you want to do when you're up. That's the best of both worlds, points and chewing the clock up. Again, we're down to the final 61 seconds for actually remaining on the clock here on the State Farm scoreboard, with Harrisburg in control 51-36 over Rapid City Stevens. Just a reminder, we'll have our Pioneer Bank and Trust post-game show coming up next, right here on Fox Sports Rapid City, and then we switch gears, and we will turn directly into the boys' game as the Raiders host the Harrisburg Tigers in our second matchup of this afternoon. 61 seconds to play. Raiders will go with Isabel Higgins, Talia Porter, Haley Oswald, Macy Wathen, and Brittany Jones. Hannah Heidi will trigger it in. She gets the ball in. It goes to Meerman. There's some full court pressure by the Raiders. Heidi over to the right side. It's Meerman. She races into the front court. Meerman in the lane, puts up the shot. No good. Higgins the rebound. Outlet pass to Jones. Jones races into the front court. Now slows down on the far side. Gets to the top of the key. Hands the ball to Porter. Porter works her way to the right side. Drives. Puts up the shot. It's blocked by Flanagan, but she's whistled for the foul. Wow, that will be the first on Abby Flanagan. I thought maybe they needed a three out of this to come away instead of just a drive. Not an easy drive by Talia Porter. We know she can score off of that, but they definitely needed some sort of a three type of opportunity. Porter's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Now make that 6 of 7 this afternoon. 14 points. She averages almost 17. It's a 14-point Harrisburg lead with 38 seconds remaining. Now they need a big rebound here. And that free throw is good by Porter. 51-38. Or 38. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Raiders. It'll stay Harrisburg basketball. Sadie Meerman will trigger it in. She gets the ball to Heidi. And to Heidi. And there's going to be a foul on Brittany Jones. That's her first. 8th team foul, so we're going to shoot some free throws. Hannah Heidi at the free throw line. We might be dragging here a little bit. Here's the next 31 seconds of game time.
Hannah Eide is 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. She makes the first of the one-on-one. She's had a big fourth quarter. 8 points in the quarter, 13 overall for Hannah Eide. Scoring update from Howard Nas. The Bucks up 35-22 on the Cobbler boys. 3 minutes to go. Hannah Eide makes both free throws. 31 seconds remaining, 53-38. The Tigers in control of this one over Rapid City Stevens on the State Farm scoreboard. Macy Wathen will trigger it in. She'll get it into Porter. Porter picks it up, races into the front court, gets around the screen to the left side. Now they go to Jones. Jones in the lane, into the left corner. Oswald's going to shoot the three. That one's off the mark, no good. Hannah Eide the rebound. A double-double, I'm pretty sure, this afternoon for Hannah Eide. Yeah, big scores, big stats coming in, rather, for Hannah Eide. She's definitely effective today. We saw her work hard yesterday, and she's done definitely her part for this Harrisburg Tiger team. They got lots. They got plenty of gals that can shoot. They work really hard around the rim. Just there's a reason why they're the record that they're at. One-on-one coming up, and Hannah Eide makes the first, so she'll get rewarded with the second free throw. That second free throw is good as well. What a quarter it has been. Double digits in the fourth quarter for Hannah Eide. 55-38. Driving is going to be Talia Porter, and she banks it in for two. She's been the only Raider to score in the fourth quarter. She has 7. 15-point lead. The clock's going to just wind down. Waiting for that final buzzer. There it is. The Harrisburg Tigers get their 4th straight win as they defeat the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. The final score on the State Farm scoreboard, insured by agent Scott Carlson and Matt McCormick. Harrisburg 55, Rapid City Stevens 40. We'll return with the postgame show in 30 seconds right here on 106.7 FM, 1150 AM, Fox Sports Rapid City, and on GoRaidersLive.com.